Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Double Long Pod. As always, the Guillotine. Fucking coming back at ya. Guillotine, what have you been up to? Anything crazy?
Just got this giant fucking sika deer tattoo on my arm.
Yeah, dude. Pretty large and in charge. I like it, though.
Yeah, it's sick. I'm pumped about it.
Looks good.
Had some ink from a long time ago. Partial jailhouse tattoo and some ink that I got like after. So, but it was like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. It just looked like shit and got it covered up. So I'm fucking pumped about that.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
You are all in on these sika deer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's that marsh black water is in my veins now. Yeah. It is. And, you know, I fucking... It's hunting, you know what I mean? I'm going to do this whole sleeve, like, not necessarily about, like, sika, but just hunting in general, you know what I mean? But, I don't know, I just liked the idea of sika because it's different, you know?
Yeah, everybody's got a whitetail tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably will have one someday.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to getting one, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, that's kind of why I went with sika initially. I seen drawing an artist had of a whitetail that was fucking badass at the tattoo shop, and I was like, dude, I would get that on me. Like, yeah, but tattoos are so damn expensive. This was fucking a salty $700 before tip. Yeah, I gave him $100. Like, how much do you tip? I feel like that's a good tip, $100. Would 50 have been all right?
I have no idea. I don't know. What's 15% at a restaurant.
Right, I do 20, but cheap fucks.
10.
Yeah. I think breakfast is like 15, and then for anything else, I'll do 20. That's like my standard. Unless they're really good, I'll give you more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're like an awesome waiter, you know what I mean? I'll give you 25, 30%.
I'm a cheap fuck.
Yeah.
Because if you're waiting on me, good luck paying the electric bill. So, that is what it is. Yeah. I never worked service, so I don't really know what it's like.
No, me neither. But, I mean, I know people who have, and I understand. Like, it's no different than any other job. It's fucking, you want that money.
That's
true.
Know?
And if you do a good job, I think then it should be reciprocated. You know, I think you should tip.
That's true.
You should tip well.
You know, if you're just behind a bar pouring drinks.
Yeah, but hey, that's how they're making their living.
That's true.
I'm not saying it's hard work, but I'm not saying it's not either. Like, I think you're at a bar and you're getting slammed, dude. You're running back and forth all over that place. Like, you're working
on your feet all day. Yeah, think about that.
And it's a mental thing. You're mixing drinks. It's nonstop. You know what I mean? Like, I bet at the end of the night, dude, you're wore out.
I bet that guy was wore out after fucking inking on you all night long.
Oh yeah. He
7 hours.
His fucking back was hurting and shit. Yeah. We did 7 hours straight. That took like maybe. He took 2 smoke breaks, I think. So. Yeah.
Jeez.
We got it in. I wanted to get it done because, like, when I got there initially, the sika deer that he had was like a non-typical sika, and I was like, that's not what I want, dude.
Not all.
So he had to like start over. So we didn't get started till like almost 3, and by that time, you know, it was like, it was almost 3, yeah. So it was like, I don't want to be here all fucking night, so let's get this thing done. So.
Still 7 hours, that dude digging in your arm.
Yeah, it started. I've never had a tattoo like I've never understood. Like, people are like, oh, they fucking hurt. Like, I got a decent size one on my ribs, it's on my chest. Like, none of them hurt. Like, yeah, they don't feel good, but that one towards the end started to hurt. I was like, okay,
I bet.
Yeah, because it was just so raw. You know what I mean? Because all the shading, it's a lot of shading, and he's covering. But towards the end, it was like, okay, this is starting to get uncomfortable.
Kind of done with this, dude.
Yeah, like, let's go. But at the same time, I wanted him to take his time and do it because it's a big tattoo. It's not one I can get covered.
Yeah, and fuck going back after a couple of weeks after it heals for like a second session.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I needed to, I totally would, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. No thanks, dude.
Speaking of sika, that survey, fuck. I'm going to pause this real quick and go out to get my notes because I wrote down some notes of this recent survey that they took on hunters in Maryland who hunt sika deer. So, just a second.
We're back.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. So, this survey that And honestly, I can't even remember who the hell did it, so sorry to whoever did this study. But basically, it was on, like, the public opinion on regulations on sika deer. And what I think the purpose of the study is they're trying to get an idea of how much they should be charging for tags, bag limits, what they should be. Just they're considering some changes in regulation. And some of the things that they found, I think, were really interesting. So after the survey, and there was a significant amount of people that entered into it, like 5,000 people. They found that residents are in favor of a 2 stag bag limit. It's currently 3. You get 1 per weapon.
Okay.
And non-residents also agree. So
Okay.
everybody, the general consensus is, let's drop the stags. You know, let's stop. We don't need to kill as many as we are. I'd rather see higher quality stags than kill more stags.
Yeah, I agree.
And, you know, I think that was, after reading that, it's something that I know, but that is concrete evidence that hunters are, that's true conservation. And even the general hunter is a conservationist, because rather than just wanting to just kill shit, you know what I mean, we all agree that we want this species to thrive and see more of them and just have a you know, better chance at an opportunity at seeing these animals.
And seeing a better caliber of animal.
A more mature animal. Yeah. Residents are in favor of a 2-point per side antler restriction.
Whoa.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Fuck yeah.
I think don't shoot spikes, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I think that would be a good thing. I think we'd see better quality stags. Non-residents are opposed.
Well, get fucked. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what that is? Oh, I come all the way down there or up there to hunt, and I see a spike and I can't shoot it. That's exactly what that is.
Get fucked.
So,
Thanks.
interesting to see what DNR will do with that. But
Thanks, Steve Rinelli, piece of shit.
roughly 50% of sika deer hunters are successful. They will harvest either a hind or a stag. It's 30%, slightly under 30% on public land success rate.
Okay.
So about 1 in 3, 1 in 4 hunters have success on public. Hunters, they also asked how we would feel if they dropped it to 1 antlerless per weapon season, and pretty much everybody said no. we want to have our 3 hinds, which I agree with that too.
Yeah.
3. 1's not enough.
No.
And there's enough hinds. Like I don't think it's going to hurt the population if we get 3 per hunter.
Yeah.
It's not like fucking 15, you know.
Yeah.
Only 13% of sika deer hunters hunt on Assateague Island. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, maybe we should be on that. We should capitalize on that.
Is it just because there isn't the population there, or people just don't hunt there?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it's because the habitat is, there's very few trees that you can climb.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, if you don't have a hang-on or a saddle, you probably, good luck finding any tree.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard enough to find a tree that you can hunt in with a saddle even there.
And good luck hunting these fucking critters on the ground. It's pretty much impossible, right?
I think it's doable.
If you're in the woods, but you're not doing the swamp, like the
flooded
marsh.
timber?
Yeah.
I think it's doable.
Well, I mean the frag.
Oh, and the frag? No.
No.
I mean, unless you did something to where you like just set up on a game trail and like kind of waited for one to walk by, kind of like what we were doing at Port, like down a corn row.
Yeah. Maybe,
but you're gonna sit there and just look at frag all fucking day, and you're gonna have such a short opportunity at shooting one when it does come by.
And they're not using those trails all the fucking time like a whitetail.
No.
So you might not even see one.
Yeah.
So
that just sounds like a pretty boring ass hunt to me.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, and then I got some other notes, but it's all pretty much just repeating the same data.
I was surprised at the success rate. 30% on public land.
Yeah, but the way I think they're getting those numbers is, sorry about that.
Scared me.
The way I think they're getting those numbers is how many people bought tags, how many tags were filled. So the issue with that is one hunter may have filled 6 tags, may have shot 3 hinds and 3 stags. So with that being the case, you may have a large majority of hunters not having success and a very small subset of hunters that are the ones that are having all the success.
Yeah.
Which is more than likely what it is.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Kevin had all the success, and then you go on these Facebook forums and people go years without even seeing one.
Yeah. So I think it's a select few hunters that are harvesting not just one, but several, is why it ends up being roughly 50%, especially guys who down there who have private land and they're, shooting them over feeders, they're tagging out every year.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, I think that success rate bullet point is kind of skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a better way to break that down would be roughly half the people that buy a license. Well, a better way to put it is, I guess out of all the people that buy a license, about half of those is how many tags are filled. You know what I mean? That's a better way to look at it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think 1 out of every 2 hunters is having success. I think some hunters are having several successful hunts, several harvests, and then several other guys have none. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the small majority is killing the majority.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Very interesting.
I love studies and shit like that when they do stuff like that on deer. I mean, I wish they'd do more on whitetail, especially locally.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they haven't done anything like that around here. Like I'd love to revisit. Like honestly, I think our doe harvest rate is a little high.
Yeah.
I think it's unnecessarily high. I'd like to see that drop down to 10 rather than 15. I think, and that's 10's plenty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd like to see 2 bucks. You get 1 buck and 1 bonus buck rather than 1 buck per weapon season and a bonus buck. Because in Maryland you can kill 4 fucking bucks. It's too many.
Is it 4 or 3?
It's 3 plus a bonus buck.
Is it? Jesus.
Yeah, you get muzzleloader, you get rifle, and you get archery, and then you can buy your bonus tag.
I thought they lumped the buck for muzzleloader and rifle in together.
Did they?
I thought they did. Either way, 3 or 4 is too many.
Yeah, 3 or 4 is too many. I think 2 is sufficient.
Yeah, and I don't. What do you think about you're allowed? Because they do have an antler restriction. What do you think about you're allowed to kill like a spike or a 4-pointer?
You mean like how you can get away with shooting 1?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's stupid.
I think it's stupid too. Why even have an antler restriction?
Yeah, if you can kill 1 that's so in the state of Maryland, if you're listening and not from here, in the state of Maryland, we have a 3 points per side antler point restriction. Mm-hmm. You need to a whitetail buck has to have at least 3 points on one side for you to shoot it. But the regulations say you can shoot 1 that doesn't meet the antler point restriction. So you can shoot 1 spike.
Yeah.
But then after that one, now everything has to have at least 3 points on one side.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with. There should be like an age limit. Like over 16, you can't shoot a spike.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Something like that would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or even better yet, you can't shoot a spike after you successfully harvest antlered deer. Mm-hmm. So say like you just got your license, regardless of age, you're 25. You get 1 spike, and then after that, it has to have 3 points per side. You know what I mean? Like something like that would be cool. Because I think when you first start hunting, a spike can be a fucking trophy to you. Or 4-pointers, it is a trophy to you. It was to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I've got nothing against them guys shooting that. And honestly, I mean, I don't really have anything against anybody shooting a 4-pointer if that's what you're into. But I think for public land, you kind of have to have, and that's on private, but on public land, I mean, you're trying to make this land good for everybody, and I think if you have an antler point restriction, then the guys who don't want to shoot 4-pointers have a little bit better chance. You know what I mean? As to with no antler point restriction, the only guys who are benefiting from this is the dudes who will shoot anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guys who want to see older, mature bucks, they get the shaft there.
Yeah.
But then there's another argument that antler point restrictions reduce the quality of bucks, because what happens is people will always shoot a deer as soon as it meets APR.
Ah.
It's really common in states that have antler point restrictions is as soon as I see that here in Maryland, as soon as they get to fucking an 8-pointer, that thing's dead.
Little basket rack 8.
Yep. They get shot left and right. So, but I don't know. I think they have to do a lot more studies on that to make that like a solid fact that APRs actually hurt quality buck harvest rate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but whatever they figure out, it's going to piss somebody off, no matter what. So, whatever.
So we did some arrow building this week.
We did.
And you did a spin test on your string.
I did.
On your bow. Now, what kind of strings do you have?
Gas.
I have gas as well. And apparently, on the forums, gas always spin left.
For a right-handed shooter.
Yes. And ABB always spin right.
Whoa.
Isn't that interesting?
Okay.
So, say you want a right-handed helical, ABB strings will give you a better setup for that. Because the reason for this is and did we talk about this last week?
I think we touched on it.
But basically, when you shoot an arrow out of your bow will naturally spin it one direction or the other. And apparently the reason for that is the twist direction of your string. So whichever way the string manufacturer twists the string is the way that your arrow is going to spin. Mm-hmm. And you want to fletch your arrow vanes the same way that your arrow will naturally spin coming out of the bow, so that it's not fighting against itself.
Mm-hmm. And I came down here in the basement. I had a bare shaft, and I shot it from, I think I was 3 feet away from the target. And within 3 feet, that arrow was making a half a rotation to the left, which, surprised me. Because I've always fletched my arrows with a right-hand offset or a right-hand helical. So I've always been fighting that natural rotation.
Yep.
So.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's shitty.
It's like son of a bitch all these years.
Maybe I could have been, 1 or 5% more accurate. And now hopefully I will be.
Probably get you a couple more feet per second, too.
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet it does.
Yeah, so I came over with the aerosol. You cut some down. I think I fletched 5 up. 4 vane tack vanes, left-hand helical. And holy shit, just coming out of the bow, it looks so much better.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the past shooting right-hand helical, right-hand offset. When that arrow comes out, it's like trying to find its way at first. But with these tack vanes, left-hand helical, it's coming ripping right out of the bow, and it knows exactly what it wants to do immediately.
Yeah.
So
I feel the same way. Like, it's hard to see. Arrows are fucking cooking.
Yeah.
Especially when they're going out of 8 pounds.
Let's get real here.
But you can see that they are flying better.
Yes.
You definitely can.
Mm-hmm.
And you went with a 4 vane over a 3, too. So
yes.
We both actually went with pretty much the same setup.
Yeah.
I think yours are a little further forward, like on the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's like just past the foreskin. Yours is probably like midway. Yeah. But we're both shooting 4 vanes this year, and it's recommended with tack vanes to shoot 4, and it's also not just recommended, but it is essential that you put a helical on tack vanes because they're so stiff. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. We learned that from old Levi Morgan.
Yeah, our good pal, which
Yeah.
we've never met. But I got them all fledged up, and I came down yesterday and shot it through paper. I was a little knock high, so I moved the rest down a tickle, bullet holes.
Hell yeah.
Within 3 arrows.
Nice.
So I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, mine was very easy to paper tune as well. I mean, they fly so well.
Oh God, it's a beautiful thing.
I got a dozen of them fletched up, and I'm ready to rock. So
I was gonna come over today and shoot, but there's like 90-mile-an-hour winds outside. So.
yeah, there's a fucking wind advisory, I think. And I was working on my car anyway. So my car wheel bearing's been going for a while, as you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I bought the wheel bearing on Rock Auto, which is a great website if you ever need car parts and you don't mind having to wait a couple days. They're cheaper on there. So check that out. Shout out to Rock Auto. And I've had this wheel hub assembly just sitting in my house. Like, I'll get to it. Then the other day, I go out to move my truck. Pedal goes to the floor.
Nice.
And brake line.
Beautiful.
So I'm like, all right, I need to do that wheel hub now because my luck is that bitch will fucking go and then I'll have no vehicle.
Shoosh.
So I replaced the wheel hub, and then I started tracking down the brake line. I was going to get into that, but the wheel hub took me longer than I thought. That hub was just seized in there. I think it was the original one, and that thing did not want to come out, so I fought with it. But so it didn't leave me a lot of time to mess with the brake lines, but I did find the leak, and I guess I'll get to that eventually. Hopefully this upcoming weekend.
Gotta love old rusty pickups.
Yeah, buddy.
You replace one brake line, then another weak one fails, and
I think I'm gonna replace them all.
Yeah.
Good move. There's on Rock Auto, you can get all new stainless steel brake lines for my truck for $118.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So.
Then you blow some wheel cylinders in the rear, and you gotta take all the fucking drum brakes apart. Pain in the dick.
Yep, I've done both of them.
Have you? Yeah, yep. I did on my old 98. When I first cracked into a drum brake, it was like looking into the frontal lobe of a brain. I said, what are all these springs and screws and everything else?
Same thing. I was like 19. First time I tried to replace the drum brake, I had to call somebody. I couldn't fucking get it back together. Now it's no problem because I've done so many of them.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they're still a pain in the ass. I hate doing them.
Oh yeah.
I'd much rather do disc brakes, but yeah, they are complicated. There's a lot of springs and fucking little parts, and it's like barely holds itself together. Like the actual rotors kind of like keeps it from fucking. Like, it just sits on there, you know what I mean?
Until you put the rotor back on, it's like, this thing just feels like it's going to explode in my face.
Yeah, so, don't like them.
No, not a fan, dude.
No.
Boy, my one stick is coming together nicely.
I see that. You got the Harkin cam cleat on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful thing, baby.
Got the AM steel rope on, just waiting for my...
Where'd you get the AM steel rope?
EWO.
EWO, yeah. Great website. That's like the saddle hunter's best friend.
Yep. And I ordered my platform from them too. 2-week back order. So.
Probably. Well, it's a good thing you ordered it now.
Yeah. So it'll probably be another 2 weeks before that comes.
Yeah.
After that, it'll be ready to rock, except for an 8-er, but that ain't nothing.
No, honestly, I would say order yourself some AM steel and make it yourself.
I probably will.
Because it's cool. It's way cheaper, and it's kind of fun to do, and super easy. I think I got mine off of Etsy. I ordered AM steel off of there from like the AM steel guy.
Okay.
And I think that's where it was. Or maybe that's where I bought a nader. Because I bought my first one, and then I was like, fuck this. I'll just do it myself. And it's really easy. And you get way more bang for your buck if you just buy it and put it together yourself.
I know they got AM steel for sale on Amazon. I don't know if it's any good, but I'd imagine it would be. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd just, look at the information on it, make sure it's not garbage.
Show
Don't buy nothing made in fucking China.
Fuck out of here.
You ever have somebody that you, like, barely know tell you, like I had this guy the other day. He was leaving, and he was like, all right, love you, man. You ever have somebody do that?
Nah.
Like, what are you supposed to say to that?
Thanks.
You've never had somebody do that? Like, no. I've had several people do that to me. Like, probably this year.
Huh.
Yeah.
You're a very nice fellow.
I disagree.
Well,
I'm kind of an asshole. But I'm a kind asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at me, I just got a resting bitch face from hell.
Yeah.
I'm very unapproachable.
Yeah.
So, which I like it.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
like people.
you don't like people, exactly.
No.
You're not a people person. I am a people person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah.
Me, I don't like eye contact and small talk.
Yeah.
I think I might be autistic.
I don't like people either. I think you are autistic. I wasn't going to tell you, but at least you're self-aware.
Hey, self-diagnosed.
Yeah, he likes art, you know. He's artistic.
What are you going to do?
I don't like people either. Most people, but like, I just, I don't know. I love people at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dichotomy. It's a strange thing. Like, I love certain people. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't like douchebags, which most people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They really are. Like, most people are just fucking assholes or morons. You know what I mean?
Speaking of douchebags, fucking douchebag of the fucking week, a hunter in Connecticut, a New York hunter, is facing multiple hunting charges after skinning 2 dogs he thought were coyotes.
Jesus Christ.
The 2 German shepherds escaped from their family home in late November. Hunter Michael Konchak made what he called a split second, quote unquote, decision to shoot the dogs with a crossbow. Okay, split second decision, 2 dogs with a crossbow. What?
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. Homeboy's 61 years old. Yeah. He shot these dogs, thought they were coyotes, decapitated them, skinned them.
Now, how did he get caught, did it say?
Someone sent a picture, or someone sent a text message to the family saying he got information from a friend and said a hunter killed the 2 dogs thinking they were coyotes.
I can't see that being.
It's all bullshit. It's all
Yeah.
made up shit.
You don't shoot 2 fucking dogs with a crossbow that you have to fucking reload a bolt. It's not like that's just an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And think, oh, I thought they were coyotes. Like, come on.
Yeah, the dude said, now, first of all, these are 10-year-old German Shepherds. That's an old German Shepherd. They're on their way out, kind of.
Yeah.
And he said that these 2 dogs were chasing deer, and he thought they were eastern coyotes. When one of the dogs ran to his line of sight, he, quote-unquote, put it down with a crossbow. When he went over to the dead dog, the other one approached him despite him trying to wave it off. He said it was a split-second situation. Shot the second dog.
Damn.
Real piece of shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, knowing that they're old German Shepherds, maybe I could see that.
Kind of gray.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's not a young guy. He's 61. Maybe he's got bad eyes. Maybe. Okay. I mean, if a dog's approaching me, and I've got a cocked crossbow, I guess it depends on how he approaches, but I might shoot him too, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe he's not completely guilty there.
I don't know. Sam sent me this article, and I told her, I was like, well, maybe if they were kind of running through the brush and you'd seen it running, you seen it was a canine, and you just shot, and you walked up on it, I would feel like you would have to know that it was a German Shepherd.
Right. Well, that's my thing. Like, okay, he skinned them after.
Yeah. Decapitated him, skinned him. I think Sam thinks the same thing. He was covering his fucking tracks.
So he went through all that. He skinned them and stuff to be like, oh, I thought they were coyotes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. If I had somehow done that, mistaking them for coyotes, and walked up on them and said, oh, fuck, these are German Shepherds, I would hope I was the type of person to say something to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck, I accidentally shot this fucking dog.
Just keep it real. Like, I thought they were coyotes.
Yeah.
I see now that they're not.
Yeah.
I made a terrible mistake, you know?
Now he's in deep doo-doo.
Yeah.
So.
You might fucking do jail time for that kind of thing.
Hopefully. Fucking twisted fucker. Sheesh.
Did you hear about that train wreck?
Ohio?
Ohio? Apparently it's killing fucking tons of deer.
Killing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really done much research on it, but yeah, it doesn't sound good.
No. It sounds like a train wreck.
Yeah. Yeah. That place sounds like it's going to be like a Chernobyl fucking type situation, like not be able to live there for a while.
Really?
Just, my opinion.
Yeah, from what you heard.
I mean, all the fucking chemicals in the water and now probably in the soil, killing everything. Not good.
Yeah, I mean, I damn sure wouldn't want to live there. You know what I mean? Especially because there's no fucking deer to hunt now.
Yeah, and our beautiful president, instead of going there, went to Ukraine. It's a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah, he's a fucking jackass.
I don't care what side of the fence you're on. That guy's a fucking moron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think he's completely incompetent, honestly.
He's 80 years old.
Yeah. And he's going to run again, ain't he?
Probably. So he'll be, 82?
He's already the oldest president ever, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
There should be an age. I know there's an age limit. What do you got to be, 40 to run?
Yeah, I think so.
There should be a cutoff.
Yes, absolutely.
Like Donald Trump wants to run again. I think he'll be 78 or 77 if he gets reelected.
Yeah.
It's too old, dog.
It's too old. I think that they should do cognitive ability tests once you're past the age of 65.
I agree.
You should have to do that to get president, and they should stop it at 75.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be older than, because even if you ran at 75, you do 2 terms, you're fucking 83 by the time you're out of there. You know what I mean? Like, you're too old. Your brain is not functioning at its best at that age.
No.
I mean, I just, and you're the leader of the fucking free world. Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? We can't pick a better fucking monkey to be in that office?
Apparently fucking not. But I think it was people hated Donald Trump so much they would have picked fucking anybody.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah, they did. They picked. I mean, the guy's, it's comical.
Yeah.
It really is. Like,
yeah, we're being laughed at.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I won't get into it too much.
Yeah. But either side, it's not good.
I booked us campsite, so we are going camping for the attack.
Fuck yeah, dog.
I'm pumped. I gotta buy a tent.
Me too.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. I think I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get a good tent, a small packable tent that I can use for elk hunting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just so, it's something that I could reuse.
Yeah.
And because I want to get a big camping tent. Like, my mom's got a decent sized one, or my sister, and but I want to get one like a real big one to use for camping with the kids. You know what I mean? Like a fucking 10-man tent.
Oh, fucking mansion.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not practical to take elk hunting. You know what I mean? It's too big. So. But
I'm excited for the tech. God damn it, I'm excited.
I know.
Fucking 3 months.
I'm gonna be here before we know it. I'm going to see who is it?
Morgan Wallen?
Yeah, Morgan Wallen. The day before we leave.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like we go see Morgan Wallen. So I might just take off that Thursday too, because I go see Morgan Wallen Wednesday night.
It's probably a smart move.
Yeah, rather than going into work all hungover. Not that I haven't done that before.
Sorry.
Certainly wouldn't be my first or probably 100th time.
I guess we'll leave Thursday night, right? You got us.
Yeah.
Thursday night and Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah.
So because we're shooting Friday morning. So
yeah, 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Friday morning. Then what are we? 10 a.m. Saturday.
11
a.m. Saturday. Well, that's good because Saturday morning we're gonna shoot the caribou.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there nice and early.
Yeah.
Or early-ish.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be hungover per tradition.
Duh.
And 10 ring that fucking caribou.
That's it. That's fucking it.
Have they released the truck yet?
I don't think so.
I'd love to see what I'm going to be taking home, dude.
Now, here's a question I don't think I've ever asked. Say you get more than 1 arrow in that 10 ring. Is that another entry?
Yeah.
I would hope so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to get all 12 in there, so.
Oh, a dozen entries.
Mm-hmm.
That would be spectacular.
Goddamn right it would.
Just fucking Robin Hood from all the way down.
I got 10 feet of arrows sticking out the caribou.
Oh, God.
That would be fucking sick.
Yeah. I wonder what's the most amount of entries any one person has gotten. I'd like to know that.
God,
So I'm sure there's people who've gotten several.
There's so many questions I have about so many things.
Yep.
People need to do more research or statistics.
I know. I'd love to get Tack Rob on. I could try to ask him again, but he kind of blew us off last time, so.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Great guy.
Great guy, but fuck him. Puts on a great event. I enjoy the fuck out of the tack. I think it is just awesome.
Yeah, man.
And I wouldn't mind trying something else similar to that. There's several of them out there, but I fucking love the tack. I know that, and I wouldn't mind going to a different one, but there's really none close. I guess the next closest one to us would be Vermont, huh?
Oof, yeah.
And that's just a hike, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. But there's other types of events that are like the tack that are in PA, so I think we'll have to try them one of these years. Maybe next year.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think that one's in May, I think.
Yeah, of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May 5th.
Yep.
So, I got something here. You know the Milo Hansen buck?
Yeah.
213 5/8. Battery low?
Mm-hmm.
It's the typical world record shot November 23rd, 1993 in Saskatchewan, Canada. And the record still stands to this day. The scuttlebutt is that Milo Hansen just sold said buck.
Hold on. What word did you just use?
Scuttlebutt.
What the fuck is a scuttlebutt?
The rumor around town. That
I've never heard that term before in my life.
Never? Wow. Oh, well, learn something every day.
Yeah, I guess.
Scuttlebutt is Milo Hansen just sold said buck for $1 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Question is, would you have done it?
Would I have sold it?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. Probably, yeah. Probably. Yeah, it's $1 million.
Yeah. And imagine how much money he's made just over the years, like renting it out
Yeah.
to like different trade shows and shit.
Yeah. Now, how bad is the guy going to feel when next year somebody shoots a bigger buck?
Oof.
The guy who bought it. And then he's got to tell people that's the second biggest whitetail ever shot. Did he sell it to an individual or was it like Cabela's?
I heard Bass Pro Shops.
Okay.
So Cabela's.
Yeah.
And doing my research on this, I didn't save the website, but you can actually, there's a website you can go on and buy a replica of that buck for $3,500.
Jesus.
Why you would ever want to do that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems silly to me.
Yeah, well, I don't understand that at all. Like I would never want somebody else's buck, you know? Like unless it was like my dad's or my son's or my daughter's, you know what I mean? Like then I would, like sure, but just some random guy's record buck? Nah, I don't want that in my fucking house.
I'm sure, I mean, there's a market for it, so I'm sure people are doing it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt it. But I bet a lot of it is like archery shops, stuff like that. And then I could kind of understand it.
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
But to just hang in your house, that'd be silly as fuck.
Yeah. So. No. You ever thought about getting those knock bushings that make your knocks real small? So basically, like, the idea of them is it makes a smaller point of contact on the rear of your arrow. So you get like less, I don't know, it makes your shots more consistent, but it's like a whole nother thing, man. I kind of want to try it, but it's just like, how much does that really come into play? I mean, at 115 yards, it probably does. Probably does. But it's like, man, I just feel like it never ends with the modifications that I want.
I got to thinking about this last night, actually. Tomorrow was Fred Bear Day. Did you know that?
Oh, really? No, I did not.
On his birthday, tomorrow was Fred Bear Day.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, Fred Bear, greatest hunter, archer ever.
The father of archery.
Yeah, he shot a recurve, canted like this, and he was the greatest of all time.
Yep.
And here we are, 40, 50, 60 years later, just getting so minute with everything. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, times have certainly changed. And I think, you know, nothing against the way Fred Bear hunted, but we're much more efficient.
Oh, yeah.
With modern archery equipment. And he shot that stuff, too, as it came out. You know what I mean? But it the modern bow is more efficient, and it gives the hunter a much more likelihood of making an ethical shot.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, because that's the thing. Let's be realistic here. What is the most ethical weapon to shoot a whitetail deer with? A rifle.
Yeah, I guess.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, that rifle will shoot through bone. You don't have to worry about hitting the shoulder and possibly injuring it. Or if you shoot a whitetail with a large caliber rifle, and it is probably the quickest death that you can give a whitetail.
But how painful is that, you think?
I don't know. And an arrow, I doubt it's very painful because they're so sharp and it's moving so fast.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you seen videos of people shooting an elk or a whitetail, that arrow zipping through them,
and they don't even know it.
Yeah, they just take one jump,
look around like, huh,
and then just fall over dead.
Yeah, because those animals are so tough too, man. Yeah. You got to remember how tough these fucking animals are. Like that probably does not hurt if at all.
Yeah.
As to a bullet, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, you ain't never seen a deer just eat that thing like a turkey sandwich.
No,
and then fall over dead.
No. So that's a good point. The most painless way is probably an arrow.
Yeah.
The most peaceful, the most painless, but you've got to make a good shot.
That's true.
With a rifle, you get a little less. You get a larger margin for error. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you hit shoulder, no big deal.
Yeah.
That deer's still gonna die within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
With a bow, you may have just injured that animal.
Ugh.
With a recurve, you've got an even greater likelihood because you don't have modern sights. You don't have the feet per second behind the arrow. You can't shoot as far. So, like, as the weapons get more primitive, they get, in my opinion, less ethical to use.
I agree. Yeah.
The more modern day archery equipment is the most ethical form of archery equipment we've ever had. And it is the most effective weapon. It is the most lethal.
I can't wait to see what it's going to be in 20 years, 30 years.
I bet they're going to have some... I'd love to see a bow crack 400 feet per second.
Shoosh.
They might have to crack 400.
I don't know if they've cracked 400 yet. I think they're up in like the 380s.
There's some that have been really high. I know that.
Yeah, I don't know, 380 maybe?
But you sacrifice a lot of shootability and
yeah,
all that with it.
Those short brace height bows, they are just unshootable.
Yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what, that fucking Hoyt, baby. That thing shoots so good, man.
Fucking 80 pounds.
I love shooting that thing.
Yeah, I was down here tonight just shooting fucking reps with that thing, dog. It's a beautiful thing.
I love archery. I love practicing the shot and refining your technique because it's one of those things that is extremely complicated and extremely difficult. And but if you work at it, you can slowly get better and better and better and better and better and better. It's an endless pursuit. Mm-hmm. Just like jiu-jitsu for me. You know what I mean? Like I will always get better, and it's complicated. You know what I mean? And you can be a really good archer, but you can always get better. Levi Morgan, he can be better.
Yeah.
There's no perfect archer. There's nobody that fucking hits X every time. You know what I mean? So you can always become better. And I think that's why it's so it's easy to get addicted to it because you have that constant improvement aspect of it. You know what I mean? You can constantly grow and learn and be better at it. And it's just it's addictive.
Yeah. Sam came down when I was down here shooting, and she was drinking a smoothie with one of those big-ass smoothie straws, you know what I'm talking about? And she was like, "You think you could put an arrow through that?" And I was like, duh. And she sticks it in the target, and she's down here watching me, and I probably shoot 6 or 7 at it, and I'm all the way around it, and she was like, "I'm going upstairs. You suck." She might not have said that. I don't know what she said. And then as soon as she goes upstairs, my next shot right through the fucking straw.
Really?
It was a beautiful thing.
That's a small-ass target, and you got to be perfect. Because if you hit like a little bit out, it's just going to push, you know?
It was... I was like, see what you've done. Now I got to be down here all night until I get this fucking arrow through this straw.
Oh, yeah. There's no quitting. Like, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, shit like that's fun. I think that's why the tack is so fun. Because it's just a different way to archery practice. Like I love just shooting in the backyard. That's fun. But when you add these aspects to it, like the iron targets are really cool.
Yeah.
And then doing it on the mountain and fucking different size targets, different types of animals. Like, that shit's fun. Like, the trick shots, like that straw. I love doing that shit.
The iron target, that adds a whole nother fucking level of anxiety.
Yeah.
Because if you miss, that's a blown up, $20 arrow.
Yeah. And not only $20, but time. Like, we put a lot of work into that fucking things. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
goddamn, I don't want to fucking blow that thing up.
I think I might shoot that iron target this year.
Yeah, I'll probably send a couple. I think last year we did. I know the first year I did.
Did you at the iron one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I shot. I think the first tack I went to was a bear, an iron bear that I shot through to. I think it was to win a bow. I can't remember.
I know we went to Lancaster and did that thing there.
Yeah, that was cool. And we got entered on a bunch of shit. Nobody won anything.
Rigged.
It's fixed. I've never won anything like that. Like where you like a raffle. Or I've never won nothing. Never. So
bullshit.
I'm due. I am due. That's the way I look at it. Like, I get entered in on this truck. Watch. First time I get entered, I'm gonna win that fucking truck.
I hope you do.
God. I would shit a kitten. I would be just higher than pterodactyl tits.
We can send a white lightning out as on a beautiful fiery death or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If I win that fucking tack truck, I'm gonna sell white lightning.
What do you mean, dude? I want to shoot flaming arrows at it.
I would love to. That would be badass. But what the fuck will we do with it? Once we blow it up, then we gotta fucking take it to the dump or something.
Yeah, and think about that.
That's a lot of work.
Nah, just sell it.
Yeah, I'll just sell it. Yeah, but then it's like, what the fuck would I even buy with that? You know, I don't know. Probably just go on vacation. Speaking of vacation, I'm going to fucking Mexico soon. I can't wait. I'm gonna go down to a pharmacy down there, buy all kinds of drugs and ship them to your house.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yep. No, I'll try to get a bunch of cocaine too.
Okay.
While I'm there.
Great.
Yeah. I'll put it in like I don't know, maybe like a creatine jug or something. Mm-hmm. Bring it back with me. You think I'll be all right?
Jam it up your butt?
No. I'll just put it in the creatine jug. I think it'll be fine. I mean, I might put something in the old prison wallet too, but that'll be just for like personal use, you know.
I think you'd probably be fine.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Send it back via USPS.
You see me on the fucking news. Cecil County, man. It's called smuggling cocaine in a creatine bottle. He also had a 8-ball in his asshole.
Beautiful thing. The USPS is the biggest drug dealer on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
But shit people send via mail.
Well, right, they can't. And they can't filter everything, and they can't look through your shit, you know what I mean? So, like, unless they sniff it out or something, it's pretty easy to mail drugs.
Yeah.
I just seen somebody in Newark got busted. They were getting shit shipped in. See, that's where they get you, when you ship it in from out of country. It was from, like, Poland or something.
Don't do that.
It was like an ungodly amount of heroin and fentanyl and shit. Yeah.
Oh, my God. So, who do you got tonight? John Jones.
Oh.
It's a comeback fight. Wow.
Dude, I'm pumped about these fights. I'm excited to see Jones. And not only that, but this guy, Bo Nickel, he's awesome, too. Looking forward to watching him fight. He's like the first fight on the main card, too, so can't be late.
John Jones, heavyweight, right? He's never fought heavyweight?
His heavyweight debut, he hasn't fought in like 3 years. And he's facing a elite striker in Cyril Gane. Is he a
stud? I haven't looked into him.
Oh, he's a stud. He's a hell of a kickboxer. He's no fucking joke, dude.
The tail of the tape.
It's exciting. I don't know. You know, I think if Jones can come in and do what Jones does, I think Jones gets it done. But he's had a lot of time off, man. Yeah. And this is his first fight at heavyweight, so it's like you got a lot of questions. Like he's never really been a power puncher, you know what I mean? And he's never been hit like Cyril's gonna hit him, you know what I mean? He's got fucking power behind his hands, and he gets caught, man. I mean, this is a world class kickboxer. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be interesting.
I didn't realize 11-1.
Yeah, he's no joke, dude.
Okay.
And his kickboxing record is pretty impressive too. I don't know what it is, but he's no fucking joke.
Yeah, John Jones, 35. The tail of the tape right here. 35, height 6'3", says his weight's 205, but it's probably more than that.
It's 250.
Yeah, so reach 84.5. Searle 32, 6'3", 245, reach 81.
Yeah.
So
Pretty comparable in size. He's about as tall of a guy as he's ever fought. I think Alexander Gustafsson, Jones fought him. He might have been the same height as him. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely new. But dude, if he can come back in here and win the heavyweight title, I mean that's got to make him the greatest fighter of all time.
it's not for the title, is it?
Yeah, it's for the title.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta buy this.
It's a title fight.
Yeah, I gotta buy it.
Yeah. If he wins this fight, he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I mean he'd be a 2-division champ, right? I mean he's not the champ right now.
No, but he will have won heavyweight and light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And I think this is his 16th title fight in a row. He hasn't had anything but title fights
Wow.
in like 16 fights. Yeah.
Now
He's got the most title wins in UFC history. He was the youngest champ ever in UFC history. I mean, the guy's got record after record after record. He's a fucking phenom for sure.
Now wasn't he the champion? Did it get stripped from him or? I don't know.
I think he got. I can't remember.
Or was it that one loss?
contest?
That one loss with DC.
Well, he didn't lose to DC, but it was a no contest.
Yeah.
Because he had like picograms of testosterone or something.
I think that's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, and now the funny thing is now the amount of testosterone that they found, or the picograms or whatever the fuck it was, is legal. They've adjusted the rules.
Well, they should give him that
They
fucking
should
win.
give him that win back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was they said on Joe Rogan, a picogram. What was that like equivalent to?
It's an insanely small amount.
Like a grain of sand in the ocean or some shit?
Yeah, it is. It was a very small amount. Like, that's something he could have gotten from a supplement, you know what I mean? From fucking vitamins. I'm not saying he doesn't juice, because there's a whole lot of... Where there's that much smoke, there's fire. I'm sure he did at one point in time.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's on it now. And it's like, everybody in there is fucking around. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them are, and it's like, I don't know. It is what it is. It's just don't get fucking caught again. And I have more of an issue with him fucking beating his wife, drinking and driving. Like, that's not cool, dude. Like,
I was gonna say.
yeah, you're a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'd never say that to his face, but
Maybe if I had a gun with me.
yeah, if I had a gun and some distance between us.
Hey Jones, you're a real piece of trash.
Oh God, he fucking starts walking towards you, gun jams. He's taking that fucking thing and shoving it up your ass.
Oh yeah, turn that something sideways. I'm excited.
I bet he could. I bet if you had 10 dudes in a room, he'd fucking mop the floor with all 10 of them.
Hey, I mean, he's a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah, and he's a big dude.
He's been fighting since 2008.
Yeah,
God.
I think he won the light heavyweight championship at 20.
Jesus.
I can't remember how old he was, but he was young. Youngest champ ever. I know that.
He's 35. I feel like that's downhill from here, ain't it?
Typically, between 35 and 40 is when fighters start to go on the decline.
Chin starts getting weak.
Yep.
Look at the ice.
But he's been out for 3 years.
It's true.
You know? I mean, so I think he's still in his prime. But, I mean, he's probably only got like another year or two left in him. Maybe 3.
We just turned this into a JRE fight companion. There's not much to talk about in the hunting world.
Not right now. No, it's fucking out of season. Turkey's a little bit away. Tax a little bit away.
I'm gonna bust a turkey this year.
Yeah.
And I ain't kidding.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to go. I don't know.
We were supposed to have my boy Chance Horny on, but as a turkey killing fucker, but he had some stuff to do. Maybe next weekend.
Okay.
Or the weekend after.
Try to get him on here, definitely.
Yeah, get some turkey tips from that fella.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to go. I can't say I'm real excited about it. I mean, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's something to do. I'll get in the woods, you know?
Yeah, I hate the thought of getting up early for a fucking bird.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it for me either, but I gotta do it.
I'm not taking off work to go this year.
No, I took off the opening day last year and not doing that.
Yeah, no. I don't care that much.
No.
I'll save my fucking vacation days.
Yeah, I'm going to save my vacation days mainly for sika deer.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it. I'm not going to take a full week for the whitetail rut.
Yeah.
Haven't had any luck.
I think we're better off taking like days. You know what I mean? Like a couple days here, a couple days there. You know, and I don't know how your work is, but my work's really cool with that. Like I can be like, hey, I got to take off tomorrow.
Yeah.
And unless we've got like something going on to where they need to be there, like my boss is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna play it like see what the weather's doing. You know, I mean, obviously, it's gonna be the first 2 weeks of November, first 3 weeks of November. I'm gonna take some days off in there, but I just don't think I need to take a consecutive week.
Yeah, the last couple years taking my vacations, I feel like I've compiled some data in my brain. I feel like I want to take off pre-rut, like the end of October, and post-rut. Because the rut, man, there's nothing. I haven't had anything on my cameras, haven't seen anything, haven't been able to call anything in.
Yeah.
So I feel like pre-rut is
the prime time on that property.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Just because there's so many bucks on that property that they're going elsewhere to find does?
I think so.
Yeah. Because you have a lot of bucks over there.
A lot of bucks.
Yeah.
I think I've killed too many does. It's just...
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I've killed... Let's see.
Maybe you should do doe patrol at port this year.
I'm gonna.
And then because we need you to do.
Yeah.
I need your help. There's too many does there.
Yeah, I'm probably going to keep a constant corn pile out over there this coming season. And just stack them motherfucking nannies.
Yes. I like that. I like that a lot.
Because I got not enough nannies at the quarry.
Yeah.
I've shot them all.
You know, that's something that, like, after this season, unless I got something really nice on camera, I don't think I'm going to wait for a buck this year.
Fuck that, dude.
I just want to shoot a doe.
Yeah, bro.
You know, I mean, this year I did, but I didn't shoot a buck on port, my main squeeze hunting property, till way later. You know what I mean? I was shoot a doe. I only wanted to shoot a buck there, and I let a lot of does walk. And I think I'm not doing that this year. I'm shooting does.
You're a stronger man than me.
There's too many does there anyway. I'm doing the Lord's work putting these things out. You know.
I mean, that time we went rifle, seen like 18 of them fucking things, dude.
Yeah.
That is absurd.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a big property, but there's too many does. The ratio is so off.
So off.
There's very few bucks there, and most of them that you do see is during the rut, and it's just in passing. You know, so I think it's a good rut property. I do.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just think it's so big. You got to really hit them funnels and hit the right spots. You know, like I mean, and fucking make a good shot. You know, because I missed that 10-pointer.
Look where he is now.
On somebody else's wall. Yep.
Imagine what he would have been this year.
Oh, he would have been a stud this year.
Fuck.
But, I mean, I would have just been happy to get him this past year.
Mm-hmm.
He was a nice buck. I was fucking halfway up my tree when he walked up, you know, and I fucked up. I rushed it because I was caught off guard. My bow was still on the ground, you know, so I'm trying to row my bow up. It sucked. But,
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
That's hunting. But
it is.
Speaking of these fights, I got to get going if I'm going to watch them. So
Prelims are getting ready to kick off, ain't they?
Yeah. Our prelims, I believe, started.
Oh.
The main card starts at 9. It's almost 8, so let's wrap this thing up, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We will see you next week or maybe the week following. Don't know. But we'll see you soon. Peace.